Behind me. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Town Hall. It is a exciting day, what I feel like is a very exciting day for Middletown, because what brings us here today is incredibly simple. Middletown is standing up for its families, for its neighborhoods, and for its future. We all know how important it is that our neighborhood schools continue to thrive, because they are not just where children learn math and reading, but where they grow and where our families connect and where the heart of our community beats strongest. So when the possibility of school closures was introduced last month, I heard the same thing from many of you. We have to find a way. And that's what brings us here to Town Hall today. Over the past several days, the Township Committee and I have worked closely with the Board of Education to craft a real solution, one that is responsible, sustainable, and focused on keeping our schools open and strong. I'm proud to share that the Township Committee this morning has presented a proposal that we believe will prevent the closures of Navesink and Leonardo Elementary Schools and avoid any changes to Bayshore Middle School. This proposal includes two key pieces. First, we are proposing that the township acquire a 10-acre parcel of land near Sleepy Hollow and Kings Highway using our Open Space Trust Fund, which will provide the board much-needed revenue without raising taxes. Second, we've restructured our agreement with the special law enforcement officers, our Class 3 police, who help protect our schools every day. This update will keep our students safe while helping to reduce costs. Together, these two actions will provide the district $2.6 million in support, funding that can stabilize the district and keep these schools open. So let me be clear that this is a solution that puts our students first, with no in-classroom teaching positions eliminated and reductions made only to administrative and duplicate roles. We've made sure to protect both the quality of education and the interests of our taxpayers. We believe that this solution is ready for a vote. This proposal now rests with the Board of Education, and I want to thank President Capone and the rest of the Board of Education for the constructive dialogue that has taken place throughout this process. I believe that this proposal should get serious consideration and should be voted on Tuesday. To the parents, to the teachers, to the residents who spoke up, showed up, thank you. You showed up for our kids, and I'm incredibly grateful. Your voices were heard, and your involvement is very much appreciated. This is how Middletown works. When our schools are at risk, we have to come together. This township committee came together, and we will lead with solutions, not politics, and we will put these schools first. We have work to do, but today we're moving in the right direction, and I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish, and I look forward to a unanimous vote on Tuesday. Thank you all very much. With that, I'll answer any questions that anyone might have.
Hi, Christine
Hi.
with CBS. Is there anything you could say about what might have contributed to the deficit in the first place here in the district?
Well, I think that across New Jersey, you're seeing school funding formula issues and an issue that is not just from a Middletown perspective, but you've seen school districts looking at 88% increases, 36% increases. New Jersey needs to look at this holistically. It can't just be about a state funding formula or tax bases. It has to look at the entire thing again. It has to look at it and reinvent itself. And I hope that conversations like this and conversations that are happening all across the state, the efforts of parents here will help contribute to that at every level of government, as I know the Board of Education has committed itself to.
And was this a difficult, I guess, kind of to get here? It took a few days, I guess, like this is kind of like the nature of making this decision. Was there any challenge to get here?
No decision is easy, but when you start out making decisions, it's easy to get there when everybody has the same common goal. And I think everybody on the Board of Education has the same common goal, and that is to protect our schools, to protect our students. That's what we're doing here today. So while we, have spent many long hours and nights upstairs trying to get this done, including just up until a few moments ago before I came down here, this decision is easy because the goal is the same for everyone.
Can you explain how the purchasing the plot of land and then selling it, how did that process work and how does that money get back to the school?
Yeah, so the township would acquire this land via our open space trust fund, which will preserve it and prevent it from being able to be developed. That process, since the Board of Education has already received an appraisal that is lined with the assessed values of the town's value on that same property, makes this process a little bit easier. I know that there is requirements that the Department of Education has to authorize the sale of that property, but that's been in the works. So, and in the discussions that I've had, I believe that can be completed very soon, and that this contract and ability for this asset to be sold will be very simple.
And then the restructuring of police, are you going to take away those police officers from the school, or are you just kind of moving them around?
Absorbing the cost. The township will be absorbing part of that cost, and I want to thank Chief Weber and Lieutenant Volklin, wherever they are. Chief, thank you very much for your efforts, because without their help in getting this done, I would not, and I think I can speak on behalf of the entire Township Committee, they would not be willing to sacrifice safety. So I wouldn't vote for something that compromised that safety.
Sorry, just making sure there won't be any cuts to
The schools will have police officers stationed at them every single day, just like they are today. So, but I want to thank the Save Our Schools folks. Thanks for coming out today. Thanks for your advocacy, and thanks for everything that you do. Thanks to the entire team, and let's get this done. Let's get this for a vote, and hopefully on April 8th, the Board of Education will vote to approve our proposal.
And would it be effective immediately if they vote on it? How soon?
I believe the Board of Ed has to pass, this would be a new tentative budget, and the Board of Ed would have to pass their budget on April 30th. All right. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate it. Thanks again.